Okay, let's do this thing. Audio issues aside, if anybody's having a problem right now, welcome. Wow, what do I have to say? There's a lot to say about tonight, cause where do I begin, huh? Welcome to the new NXT 2.0, I guess I should be saying right now. Some would say the reboot, the restart, the change. A lot of questions in the air tonight. Is this gonna go good? Is this gonna go bad? I'm sure everybody's thinking to themselves just, what is really going to happen with this NXT? Even before this show even happened, there were already rumors about the script being torn up several times, apparently, and stuff, because with this new NXT, I'm sure everyone's going to say, Vince, a very heavy Vince influence on this show tonight, where it is shown tonight too, but where do I begin? Because there's many questions. There's things that didn't make sense. There's some things I did like too. Obviously, we did crown a new NXT champion tonight because we all know that Samoa Joe ended up vacating the title over the weekend, which we never really knew what the injury was, which, don't get me wrong, Samoa Joe has had many injuries in the past, don't get me wrong, but why is it all of a sudden he gives up the title right before this whole new NXT is about to begin, huh? Tell me about that. Like, a new NXT is about to start, but he drops the belt 2 days beforehand because of a injury or something. Obviously, it's more to that, and come on, we all gotta know it's more to that, okay? It's more than just, a so-called injury. But yeah, Samoa Joe giving up the NXT title. Now it's going to be a Fatal 4-Way tonight, which we did have the intro and everybody involved in the Fatal 4-Way tonight. But next thing you know, during, Eli Drake's promo, this new wrestler comes up named Bron Breakker, which I believe this is Bronson Rick Steiner, or I thought his name was supposed to be Rex Steiner, but he is the son of Rick Steiner and whatnot, and I guess he was going to be making his debut, which Eli Drake ended up challenging him right now, because after the new NXT, intro with Wale. Let me say something about the stage before we get into the first match. There's a couple things to say about this. I think the stage looked good. I don't think the stage was bad. I think it looked kind of smaller and whatnot compared to the Capitol Wrestling Center that was around. It was a little bit more lighting in there. It wasn't as dark, like the NXT that we just had right now. I think it's very colorful, a little bit too colorful, and I know a lot of people that aren't really a fan of all the colors and whatnot. I don't like it being called NXT 2.0, which I guess they're just going to start rolling with that now, because it's NXT 2.0, folks. It's NXT 2.0 or 3.0. Come on, we've gone from a game show NXT to Triple H and them running NXT. This is NXT 3.0, if you ask me at this point. But, yeah, it's a lot of changes. Like I said, the stage does not look bad. I think it looks a little bit smaller, though. I think the fans were a little more reactive than a lot of NXT fans we recently had and whatnot. But, like I said, it's a lot more lighting and whatnot. But Bron Breakker, I said that my friend had the best thing. He's like another version of Mojo Rawley and whatnot, because he got very heavy vibes. He's hyped up. He's ready. He's excited and whatnot. Yes, I can make a bunch of Scott Steiner jokes right now, or compare him to him, but it's like, dude, he's not Scott, and I gotta remember he's Rick's son, so I'm not gonna say this guy put some sunglasses on and wear a chain link metal headdress and start calling yourself the Big Bad Booty Daddy and whatnot. But he was not bad here. Some would say these names, though, and we're gonna get into a lot of these new NXT names tonight. But I said they look at Bron Breakker, so I said that it's a name that came from like early '90s WWF with these. I don't get these names, okay? I honestly don't know. But he was not bad here. It was a good debut. But here's the real question. Why is he beating a guy that's supposedly in the main event for the NXT title tonight? Technically the world championship of this show. So he just beat the guy that's going to be in the main event tonight. We couldn't throw anybody else out there for, Bron Breakker or Rick Steiner right here. But we're going to throw out Eli Drake, who's in the main event, going for the title, and have him lose right off the first 5-10 minutes of this show. That doesn't make sense. But you're going to see a lot of new names on here tonight. Because other than Braun Breaker, which, they did show him high-fiving a whole bunch of other wrestlers in the back, congratulating him. We didn't got Imperium versus a new team of Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen. A lot of big guys. I will say that was one thing they did promise. They promised a lot of big guys over 6 feet tall. We've heard about the rumors of having no more midgets or guys over in their 30s and whatnot, but big over 6 foot guys. And these guys were not bad. Honestly, I'd rather have seen Imperium lose right here and Eli Drake go over Rick Steiner. But, Imperium getting a win, don't know if that really means much and stuff. I thought Brooks and Briggs, they weren't that bad. I will say that. But I look at Imperium right now, like, without Walter being there, it's like, who really gives a shit about these guys? It's like, Walter's not there. So, just I don't really give a shit about Imperium that much at the same time also. But like I said, we're just shoving all these new names and new people out here tonight. We are getting a lot of these new developmental talent out there. Next, we got the debut of B-Fab making her debut match, going against Katrina Cortez. Like I said, it was a squash match and whatnot. It's B-Fab. Me and some other friends had some arguments over this about should she really be squashing people, especially with her. Come on, it's not like she's going out there killing folks, but they got to make her look good one way or another. She wasn't bad, though, but B-Fab got on the mic then, basically saying, it's hit row, I can do this all day. Then start talking about Legado del Fantasma and whatnot, challenging Elektra Lopez and everything. Next, Carmen Sandiego. I still think she looks like Carmen Sandiego with that hat and the red jacket on, but she says, I'm challenging you to a fight, and I don't need a pipe to shut your mouth this time. But B-Fab saying, I'm down to do this or whatnot. We're going to work without the tools this time, all right? And so they set that match up. Next, Johnny Gargano was in the back with Odyssey Jones and Cameron Grimes. They're all standing wearing, Dexter Loomis's gear. We have to return Austin Theory. We haven't seen him in a while, so he's back. I don't know what happened to him. He just kind of disappeared for the past few weeks. And they actually they need a Priest tonight, so they brought in Damian Priest, making his little return to NXT tonight. So good to see Damian Priest just for one night only, even if he's just making a cameo and whatnot. So good to see him on the show. Next, Carmelo Hayes and this new guy they now have with him, Trick Williams. I have no idea who the fuck this is. I never heard this nigga before. But basically, they were interviewed in the ring. And Carmelo talked about the breakout tournament. As he won, he's got the juice now. He's got a target on his back also. And whatnot. But you ain't gonna catch me off guard right now. He got his boy out there with him, Trick Williams. I'm like a bodyguard and whatnot. He's got the gift of gab and the gift of the jab. And, his words hit heavy. A lot of rhymes out here. But next, Trick Williams, said that, hey, you got this golden child NXT, but I got a bone to pick with you, Mello. You been acting humble around here, right? You supposed to be the chosen one, right? You ain't supposed to. You gotta hit the block up, all right? You gotta do what it do out here. You can't be. And I'm sitting there wondering, like, what is this guy even talking about? Because I'm like, I don't even know who the fuck this dude even is. And he's just like telling them, like, yo, we gotta take what we take. We gotta get what we get and everything. And I'm just sitting there like, what is he going on about? Okay, like Mello, you gotta make sure you can't miss. When you shoot, you can't miss. All right? Because you can't pass either. Because I'm going to catch it too. All right? And it's got to be what it's got to be. And, Carmelo's talking about, yeah, you're right. And then they're leaving. Duke Hudson comes out. I actually thought it was kind of heels right here for a second. Some would argue maybe this like faces that ain't taking no crap. But they just kill this Duke Hudson dude and just go out and beat the shit out of him for like literally no reason, because I guess they got disrespected. And I thought Carmelo was good on the mic. The Trick Williams dude, I don't know much about him. I thought he was okay, but I just sat there at one point like, this is a very heelish promo out here. Okay, it's like, what is this guy going on about? Like, go back and listen to the promo, because I'm like, yo, it's like y'all heels now or y'all faces? Like, where y'all going with this? Because I'm getting a little bit confused at the same time, but maybe they're faces that ain't taking no shit, I guess. So, I don't know, man. We're just pumping out the talent tonight. But that segment just kind of had me up and down a little. Kane Carter and Casey Catanzaro went against Gigi Dolan and JC Jane. Obviously, this is Mandy Rose's new group. Which, they're an interesting team. So, I'm kind of looking See where it's going to go, but end up in a DQ. This is on like Monday Night Raw right now, but in a DQ because Mandy Rose comes out and attack, which Mandy Rose now took off a hoodie and her nose not injured. She is now a brunette. She's not a blonde now all of a sudden. So next you know, Saray comes out for the save then, and next you know, we got a 6-woman tag then after that. So this is like Raw half the time when we see stuff like this. Just random 6-person tag after a regular tag match. The match wasn't bad though. Mandy Rose and them got the win over Kate and Carter and whatnot. But interesting, Mandy Rose, brunette now. We'll see where this goes. I'm interested in this new group, you know, with Dolan and Jane and whatnot. So we'll see where this goes. But interesting, they have Mandy Rose now as a brunette. Let's see where that goes. Even during that tag match, Kyle O'Reilly was attacked. We saw in the video by Pete Dunne and Rich Holland. And we go to William Regal now saying that Kyle O'Reilly is out of the match. He's out of the main event. So now we put this random ass dude in the main event of the show for the NXT title, which we have never seen before. The guy's name's Von Wagner. I'll tell you where they're getting these names from, but Von Wagner. And I'm sitting there like, I don't know who the fuck this dude is. I ain't never heard of him. I ain't never seen him, but all of a sudden we just throwing this dude in the main event of the show for the NXT title. Never seen him wrestle, never seen him do anything. Nobody knows who this guy. I'm saying who half the night like, who the fuck are these people? Where are they coming from? What kind of introduction are they getting? Some of them had some, but this Von Wagner dude, like, alright man, you gonna go in the Fatal 4-Way. You got a title match. The fuck? You got a title match? Why? You know, take Kyle O'Reilly. Obviously, they don't want to put him in the main event right now. Kyle O'Reilly can be argued either as a main eventer right now or a upper mid card. Or some say he's not even ready to be in the main event yet. O'Reilly, I'm up and down on. Rich Holland against Spud, which he appears on Monday Night Raw and NXT now. Holland basically was a squash match right here, so not much to talk about. The Diamond Mine. These guys getting better. Real better. The Creed brothers. I'm liking these guys. Julius and Brutus Creed. I feel like they keep multiplying people in there now. I still don't know who the other dude is they had in there. Now they got this woman on, jacked to the fucking gills out here with a chain and whatnot. Coming out because I guess they just killed these enhancement guests. I said this last week. They remind me of the Steiner brothers. These guys are brutal. They're hard hitting. These guys are good. Real good. So I'm enjoying these Creed brothers. I'm liking them more and more, okay? Malcolm Bivens got on the microphone then, basically introducing a new member of the Diamond Mine, Ivy Niles, saying she's from NBC's Titan Games. She hasn't had a carb since 2005 and whatnot, and she was jacked to the fucking gills. Let me say that off the bat. Bivens was in, I guess, about to talk about Kushida. Kushida now coming back off of COVID, saying you talk this, you talk that, you talk this, you talk too much. That'll be a Botchamania clip, I'm sure. Basically calling out Roger Strong. You want your title shot? Your title shot? Challenge accepted then. So I guess that's gonna happen next week. But they also played a promo video from some guy named Tony D'Angelo, thick Italian accent from Chi-Town. So say he was an amateur wrestler, but that's not where the money is. The money is in NXT. So I guess we'll be seeing him soon. But in the main event of the show, Fatal 4-Way on the line. Tommaso Ciampa, Pete Dunne, Eli Drake, and Von Wagner. Very good main event. I was okay with this. I was cool with this main event. And Ciampa won. So, I was actually surprised by that. I didn't even think Ciampa was going to win. I actually thought Pete Dunne was going to go over. I even said O'Reilly, but they ended up taking O'Reilly out. The Von Wagner dude, people booed at him. Like, he wasn't bad in the ring. Nothing against him or whatnot. I thought he was okay. He wasn't bad. But at the same time, why was he out there to begin with? Why was he randomly inserted into the main event, huh? Ciampa winning, Fairy Tale ended on Eli Drake. By the way, he took 2 L's tonight, so where's that going for him? Ciampa, he's got Goldie back, so Goldie is back with him again. 908 days. He never lost the title, so Ciampa winning the belt, I'm cool with that. But, as we got near the wedding now, we are about to get to this wedding. what do I have to say about this wedding and whatnot? Well, I know they had a lot of wrestlers out there in the ring. I did like what I know. EO got a pop, and even Grizzly Gun Vector's like it's a rip. Someone's gonna end up in a fight. So everybody's out there. Indy comes out with Gargano, Dexter, Gaylord, Loomis. That was funny. They do the Priest thing. Gargano, is being funny where the rings. The Eichmann Jiro, the guy in his wrestling gear, the guy wrestling in a jacket, has the rings right in his pockets for some reason. In his jacket, I don't know why he's out there in his wrestling gear. Priest, getting into objections. They raise their hands. Dexter has an axe in his suit pocket for some reason, ready to kill someone. The priest even says share the vows and whatnot. And, she talks about, the stalking and, he's a freak and whatnot, but, he's my freak and talk about sneaking to the bedroom and, Loomis like, no, like putting the microphone over it. And then, Indy, he never loses a staring contest and whatnot. And Priest say, you got anything to say? And he just puts his thumbs up like that. Indy talks about, starts reading, after she reads her vows, Loomis just puts his thumbs up. He didn't want to read any vows. And the priest start, okay, are you going to do anything? Did you make any effort? Well, look what she just did. And then Loomis just kills the priest. And now they want a priest with a crowd chanting for Damian Priest. We killed that priest. It would have been funny to put Damian Priest out there as the priest. But, Gargano asked Regal to do it. Regal did not want to do it. Beth Phoenix did it since I guess she's an ordained minister. She just earned her degree or something last night in the computer on it. So let's cut to the chase. Andre Chase, did somebody say Andre Chase? Odyssey Jones put him back in his seat. And they did this, said the I do's. And Loomis didn't say anything at first. But he got into the microphone. He said, I do. He finally said something in this show. Well, in this company in general. The crowd popped. And, they kissed and everything, and it was over. So, no insanity out of this wedding. No crazy run-ins, no objections, no cake being thrown, no fights happening, no swerves. It was okay. Nothing too insane. Maybe I haven't seen the last wrestling wedding I've probably even seen on TV was probably an Impact with, Cage and Melissa Santos and whatnot on Lucha Underground or something. But that was like over a year or two ago at this point. So, don't get a lot of wrestling weddings, or it's better than we can go back to the Lashley and Lana one, which that was very bad. We don't need to go back to that. But like I said, nothing was too insane out of this wedding. But before the show went off the air, Ciampa was watching backstage, and then Braun Breaker showed up, shook his hand, congratulating him. And next thing you know, Breaker's looking at that title, and, are they pushing this guy for the title already? I don't know. Is Ciampa a transitional champion? I hope not. But, like I said, with this new NXT, there's a lot of things to say about this NXT 2.0 tonight, okay? A lot of interesting things. From the new talent being shoehorned, some would say, into the show tonight. And we got a lot of new talent tonight. So those are like hella debuts on here. We got a new NXT champion. We got a new set, a new stage. I don't know what to say. It was an interesting first episode. I don't want to say it sucked right off the bat. There's still some things that didn't make sense. I don't understand why Eli Drake's taking an L right at the beginning of the show when you're in the main event tonight for the title. And you still end up taking the L right there because we had to debut a new person. And now we're pushing this guy already for the title apparently at this point. So, obviously, they believe something in Braun Breaker right now, okay? Like I said, some would take his off the Mojo Rawley vibes, but he is like Rick Steiner's son, so you can even call him a dog-faced gremlin and whatnot. But we have seen from Nat, from the Diamond Mine, to whoever else, Josh Briggs and the other guy, whoever Trick Williams is. We saw hella new talent tonight, okay? Lots of new talent, lots of changes. Hell, they even end up cutting the NXT women's title match off the show. But then again, that really didn't have any build between Taya and Raquel anyway, so what would have been the point in doing that match? But like I said, this was a very interesting first episode of the new NXT. Okay? Someone's going to say it was good. Some are going to say it was bad. There's some shit that still doesn't make sense. You could tell Vince has his hands on the show from what we saw tonight too. I don't know where this is going to go. I don't know. So right now, the question is in the air. Some of it was good. Some of it was bad. Let's see what happens next week. But in my opinion, I think this was a very interesting night for NXT. Okay? Like I said, They're really changing things up, and they're really pushing this new young developmental talent they got up. Some would question, are these guys even ready for TV yet? I don't know. Some I don't think are. But, yeah, man, they had some powerhouses. Let me say that. A lot of these guys tonight, like I said, these guys over 6 feet, big dudes, they had some powerhouses on this show. So, let me say that right off the bat, too. So, I don't know where this is going to go. I honestly don't. But, we gonna see, man. But, yeah, NXT 2.0, man. It's been a crazy 24 hours, I guess, with WWE. From a new WWE champion to, you know, now this new NXT 2.0. I'm really getting tired of him saying NXT 2.0, so I'm just still going to call it NXT. But this is the new NXT. I already said what I had to say. Tell me what you think about this new NXT. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Are you indifferent? Do we need to give it more time? Are you ready sold on this? Are you not sold on this? Do you like the new talent? Do you like the new changes? Do you like some of this booking that's already going on in this show? Do you like any of this stuff? Okay? It's a lot of questions to be asked about the new NXT. So, I don't know. We gonna see. Like I said before, it was an interesting night tonight. A very interesting night. Some I liked, some I didn't like. But we're going to see what happens next week, okay? But, yeah, man. Comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at HoodieKnight890. Tell me what you think about this NXT tonight, man. So just like I said, tell me your opinion. But, yeah, I'm out of here. I will see you guys then. I need to work on a new logo for this show, I guess, for this review. So, I'm out. Peace.